Welcome, welcome! My dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today I'm going to bring you the Crusader Industries C2 Hercules Starlifter. So the write-up on it says, utilizing the patented Hercules military-grade space frame and expanding cargo capacity while sacrificing barely any firepower, the C2 has taken the private sector by storm. It has become the industry standard for racing teams, ship dealers, and manufacturers, construction orgs, mining corporations, and even large-scale touring entertainment outfits. So the C2 Hercules, this is a really awesome looking ship. It's got a medium radar, medium computer, it's got a large power plant, 2 medium coolers, 2 large shield generators, 2 medium fuel intakes, 2 medium fuel tanks, 1 large quantum drive, 1 large jump module, 2 medium fuel quantum fuel tanks. Then it's got a bunch of thrusters, VTOL included, which it has a VTOL mode. Then weapons. So on the C2, the weapons that you're going to get 2 size 4 ballistic Gatlins. These are rivnets that the pilot can control with 5,000 rounds each. Then you're going to have 2 turrets with size 3 guns on them as well. That's it as far as guns on this thing, so don't expect to bring the thunder in this particular version of the Hercules. Now there are 2 other versions of the Hercules. There's the M2 and the A2. The M2 is the military variant that comes with I guess you could say marine drop or jump seats and a little less cargo capacity, more guns. Though to be honest, the cargo capacity looks like it's probably about the same. I don't know why they would take some of it out when the cargo hold is almost identical. We will get into the M2 in another video. I'll give you more in-depth as we walk around the C2 here. The A2 is a gunship variant. It's got lots of guns, lots and lots of guns, and it's got lots of bombs. Big honkin' bombs. Moabs. Size 10 bombs. So that video will actually have to wait until another patch when the thing comes in. So as you can see, we're walking through here. It's got lots of these storage doors or component doors, or I don't know what you want to call them, but I like the idea of having all these things stored in the walls here. I think that's really great. CIG's really starting to get the hang of some of these designs and make it more functional and practical and just a better all-around layout. In case you're wondering how much cargo this thing holds, I put 622 SCU or standard cargo units on it. The matrix page says 624, but I was only able to get the 622, and who knows? Maybe it really is 622, maybe it's really 624, and for some reason it just wouldn't let me put the rest of it on there. Maybe we'll never know. As you can see, some of the ship recreation area here for your crew, which it's a very small crew. It's really, you only need maybe you and 1 or 2 others to operate this ship. And I mean, you could probably do it solo, but you're going to want somebody to fire that extra set of guns that you have. I believe it's got, actually this one's got just the 1 turret on the back that the co-pilot can use. So you've got a little lunch table here, a little recreational area, some books, just a few little things here. You'll notice in the M2 when I do that video, these areas are quite a bit differently laid out. Then we make our way further to the back of the ship and you've got more component housing or engineering stuff. I really don't know what any of this stuff is right now. I'm sure in the future it will serve a purpose. Maybe. I'm sure that's what the general idea is. And some of these other little these doors will open as well on the other side. As you can see, these are probably the power plant here, and it is pretty massive. I think this thing has a large power plant, and that's probably a door for it. But you cross over this main, I want to say this is the drive, the ship drive here, with the storage components on the inside there, where you can put, you know, probably shield generators and all that. I don't know what's going there yet. We won't find out for a while, most likely, unless CIG do an official walk around this ship. So let's go ahead and head into habitation. So as you can see here, the very first thing is a couple of closets that you could store a few suits, regular day clothes. Then you have one bed that's probably for the pilot, maybe for the co-pilot. Really, this space is set up for the two of you, so it doesn't require a whole lot, but you definitely get separate beds, separate desks, separate work areas, and then you can also have the water closet or the bathrooms. So you know, the bathrooms on this ship are kind of nice. I kind of like the way that they've done that. You'll see that on the M2 as well. Let's go ahead and head down to the cargo hold area. You could do that either by this elevator, or there's a ladder to my right that you can go down. There's a little trap door there that will open as soon as you get on top of it, and your character will pretty much automatically grab a hold of the ladder and start climbing down. I don't think you really want to take a fall. It's a decent distance from this top deck to the bottom deck. You probably wouldn't take damage, knowing how I've done this on the Carrack. Maybe you just take like 1 or 2 hit points of damage. So probably nothing to really worry about, but I don't think they even allow you that option. So this is a well-lit cargo area, and it has 2 different cargo, I guess, zones with a little walkway in between them, and then you have enough space to walk on either side of the cargo pallets as well. So you have a switch here that's going to open this back ramp that's obviously heavily hydraulic. You can also lock the ramp as well from that switch. Really big ramps. Now this thing is designed to hold, you know, Nova tanks, which are in the game, which I do have a video for coming up as well. These things, the Nova tanks, are fun. They're maybe a little too maneuverable. They definitely bounce around a lot. You'll see that when I bring that video. But there's that ladder I was talking about that goes between the first and second decks. And then the nose of the ship here, where this other cargo pallet is another door that you can open up. So you can actually go straight through this ship. Now you can also see there's little bitty switches to the right, which I don't play with in this video. I'll show you, I think, in the M2 video. But you can turn off the lights, you can dim the lights in the cargo area. They have 3 different switches. So it's off, dim, and bright, or lit. So it's really cool. Man, I love the design of these Crusader ships. They just look really cool to me. This one flies fairly well for a big ship as well. Even fully laden, if that's a word, but yeah, it is, I know. There are fuel scoop areas, not scoop areas, but where you could be refueled by a starfarer there on the wing. It'll have thrusters all over it. It's got these little holes in the frame. I'm assuming this is to help with weight reduction, most likely. I'm not an aerospace person, so I really couldn't tell you. You can see the turret on the top there in the back, and you can see how long these ramps are. So they will reach the ground quite easily, and then there's another turret on the bottom. So there's actually 2 turrets, and I believe the co-pilot can control both of those, and they'll fire the same direction. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. The elevator that you saw that we came down from deck 1 to deck 2 will actually extend all the way out of the ship, so it's a nice little touch. You don't have to use the big ramps all the time. You can use these elevators. Again, I like this ship. I think it's really cool. This one can take the place of your Caterpillar when doing cargo runs, although cargo and the PTU is still kind of I couldn't get a full run of Laranite. Maybe people were hitting it before me, especially considering these ships are, you know, being tested heavily on the PTU right now, as well as Fleet Week, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. I've seen some people showing off the Bengal Carrier, of all things. Super exciting. The Javelin Tour, you can walk around the Javelin. They still have the Idris in the Fleet Week. So a lot of really cool, fantastic things coming ahead in Fleet Week. And if I get a chance to get on the PTU and test out the Bengal, you know, showing you the Bengal and stuff, I'll bring you my take on that as well. There's a lot of videos already out there for it. So you can definitely check those out. And you should not be disappointed, because that's a really big ship and it's really nasty. You don't want to tangle with a Bengal ever. Ever. So this C2, as you can see, it will get up the speed fairly quickly. It goes, well, it doesn't make it up to 1,000 when it comes to 1,000 meters a second, but it does get up the speed very quickly. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.